Hello, welcome to H. Paul Models. I need some mother's milk building, so I've got a Vintage Classic, Bren Gun Carrier. Let's crack on. A quick look at the kit before I start. It's all relatively simple, to be honest, which is one of the reasons why I picked to do it. Yeah, it's alright, it's very good. I won't be using the figures, they're well, not very good. Yeah, the rest of it looks alright, so yeah, let's start with primer, I think. So starting with the assembly of the truck, Bren Gun Carrier. I've got the sides, which appear to go on this way, like that, I believe. I do like these because the instructions are sometimes very, very sort of open to interpretation, shall we say. I believe that goes along that line there. So we'll use our favourite, or my favourite, Revel. A little dollop along the side there. And using so the mould sides, mould marks are on the inside, not the outside. Stick that into place. Make sure it's nice and square and settles. Oh, that's a bit difficult. There we go. Oh dear, that's not going as planned. Oh dear. Come on, in you go. That's it. Oh, looks like it goes forward a bit more than that. Okay, so let's try the front then. I say these instructions are not always the best, but that's what makes these kits so fun, I think. That looks as though it goes in there. Possibly in there like that. Okay. And then I figured it out now, and then that will butt up against that like that, I believe. Yes, I think I've got it now. Apologies for the short technical issue there. I like these kits. I don't care what people say about them. I think these should be well, they are classics anyway, but yeah, superb. Anyway, let me assemble this because I'm bound to make more mistakes. And then we'll see where we get to. Yeah, as an update, I've had to basically force the front to fit, and I've crocodile clipped it all around, and I'll let that glue cure, and then I'll try the sides again. Phew, that was a task and a half. After a bit of fettling, I've got all the structure together. It wasn't fiddly, it was just awkward. It all fitted, but it just wouldn't stay where I was trying to glue it. So anyway, that's all together now. So now we're going to do these other, oh crikey. Now we're going to do these other components. The centre column, console, and the back piece, and the bottom of the Bren Gun Carrier. So, a little bit of Revel just on the corners of that and there. Not too much, just little dabs, and then I'm going to slide that into its place, if it'll fit. I didn't dry fit this because I didn't think I'd need to, and there it goes, it's in. So get that into place. That's a nice fit. Just try and square that up a bit. Ooh, maybe it's supposed to look like that. Could be an errant bit of flash I haven't spotted. There we go, that's in. And now this back section. So those two bits there, and then push that home. That doesn't want to go in either. This is a bit of an enigma, this one. In you go, go on. Well, might be a bit more fettling here. by the looks of things, because those holes don't want to line up with those bits. If I can show you on the close-up camera, it just doesn't want to go in. So bit of scalpelage, move that to one side, and we'll cut that stud off, apply a bit of Revel, and then ease it on there. I think that's the easiest way to do that, appreciating that this is an old mould, so things aren't going to be perfect. There we go, that's on, looking good. Now we'll flip the whole thing over, make sure I'm fitting the base around the right way, which appears to be that way, which it is. So if we get a little bit of dribble of Revel along there, just enough, that's it, and then drop that into place, and that is pretty much the structure of the Bren Gun Carrier done. If I get myself a cotton bud and just clean those pieces off, those little dads, there we go, and just give it a push down and let that settle for 5 minutes before I carry on. Whilst the structure of the Bren Gun Carrier dries, glues, whatever, I thought I'd do the tracks. Instruction asks for 53, so that's what I'm going to give it. Whilst that's all drying, let's get the field gun together. So field gun, I've taken it off the sprue and I've cleaned it up. So looking at distractions, that bit has got a clip in there, and just make sure I get those two divots around the right way. I think that goes in that way, yes. So we'll try and push that home without breaking it, which looks like it's going to be a bit of a mission, to be honest. Come on. Oh, that's it, it's in. There we go. That's in its little, it's a bit wonky, I might have to glue that, I'm not quite happy with that. But anyway, I digress. So now we get part 27, which is this little piece. It is little as well, it's tiny. And that goes in, which way does it go in? Oh my good God. Goes in that way, by the looks of it. That way up. We'll get there, we'll get there. So that goes in there like that, which I believe may be the military site, or the artillery piece site. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the gun right down, because I'm going to have it on its trailer anyway. Oh, stop knocking the camera. Have it on its trailer anyway. Just a little bit of Revel in there. Oh, it's so hot and I'm so clammy, everything's sticking to me at the moment. And then drop that into there, like that. If it will go, which I believe it will, like that, as best as I can. I'm pretty certain that's spot on where it's supposed to go. Now this piece here, which was part 28, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, I've had to work that hole out with my scalpel because part 29, which fits into it, wouldn't. So I'm going to, a little bit of glue in there, and then stick those two together and make sure that they're parallel with each other, like that, and let them cure before I stick them together. So now I'm assembling some of the smaller component parts. So for the field gun, I've put that piece onto there, and then for the other part of the field gun, I'm going to turn that round that way. This little piece then glues into there, which is nice. A little bit of Revel, chip that into there, then pick that up, hopefully without it pinging, and drop that into its place like that. Hopefully it will go. No, come on, get in there. There we go, that's in. No, it's not. Oh, there we go, that's in now, I think. All as in as it's going to get. Give that a bit of a squidge. There we go. Just square it up and let it sit there. Oh, crikey. That's not great, that fit, I must admit. But for its age, the mould isn't that too bad. I know it's a bit of a faff with some of these vintage classics, but I find them very entertaining. So that's together. Now here goes with the trailer. So if I get the underside parts correct in the right positions first, so that's got to go like that. Then these two. So that goes on the that goes, it's this piece I'm looking for, that piece goes that way. Oh my goodness, like that I believe. Like that, and then that sits on there like that. I think I'm right, there should be a hole in if there is. Yes there is. Right, okay. So, oh my goodness, I've got two left-handed bits here. No, I haven't, just bits. It's the recess one. Oh, so that goes that way round. So that, oh I see, that goes on there like that. And then that fits into there like that. Oh, we'll get there. And then that goes into there like that. So we just take a bit of Revel and drop it in there like that. Try and pick it up without making it worse. Like that, and then hopefully that all sits together rather nicely, and it does. Then we take a bit of Revel, put it into there. Oh, ran the wrong way, into there. Drop the field gun into its hole. Ooh, without trying to strip it apart. Come on, in you go. You know you want to. There we go. We're in. Right, just get those pieces back together where they should be. Oh. Like, I might have to crocodile clip that bit, I think. Until that glue's gone off, so I should get one of my croc clips. And just give that a pinch. With that, like that. Oh, that's it, that's got it. Put the gun in square and then mount the whole thing onto the trailer, which I'm sure is that way up. Little thing round there, and then drop that into position, seat it in there like that. Oh crikey, it falls out as soon as I try. Like that. There we go. Excellent. That's all together now. So I'm going to let that dry and then come back to it in a minute. Right, the field gun is now finished. A little bit of fettling there, so it's all on there, and let it all cure before I start painting, but just to make sure that fits on there before I do, and it does. There we go. Be quite a nice little model for my rack. So whilst all that glue sets, I've got some 159, the box art's for 158, but I haven't got that. I'm going to very carefully see if I can't paint the details for the track wheels. Very carefully with a detail brush, just get that detail on there. There we go, not be too precious, and what I want to do is avoid the suspension unit so they stand out a bit against the chassis and the wheels of the Bren Gun Carrier, because I think that will look quite nice. So yeah, I'll carry on doing these wheels and then we'll see what they look like when I start assembling the whole thing. In the chassis and the gun, here we go. Bit of assembly work to get this to go together. Let's see if it fits first before I get too hopeful. Yeah, those tracks going nicely. Yeah, they're going alright actually. So I'll give that a spot of revel on the wheels, not the chassis, on there and on there. And we'll pick that up and we'll feed them into their respective holes like that. The track detail's not great on this model, but I mean it's an old mould, so I'm not going to moan too much about that. I'll just sit them in there like that. They look horrifically bright, but I ain't going to weather them. So another bit on that wheel and another bit on, oops, he says as he drops it, on that wheel and that wheel, and then place that track into position. It's really starting to look like a Bren Gun Carrier now. I'm very impressed. Let's see, let's push that home and then push that one home. Come on, in you go. And as Mum used to say, good enough, close enough is good enough. Give that a push. There we go. I think that looks alright. So I'm going to let that go off and then we're going to do some weathering on it. So before I put the side panels on, I just want to weather these wheels a little bit. So I've got some dark brown and I'm just going to weather them up, because I'm fearful that I won't be able to get to them once the side plates are on. So just a little bit of weather powder on each side of the track, like that, and obviously up the front here as well, where it may splash through puddles and things. And then on the front, give it a blow, get rid of the excess. And then on this side as well, just to give it, take the shine off, I suppose, give it a bit of realism to say it's been through the mud, like that. And a bit on this side and up the side here as well. And definitely on the back here. There we go. And then I think deep black, and with that, I'm going to put it where I think the exhaust is, which is under this piece here. So just a bit of black there, just on there. Oh dear, like that, just to discolour the paint enough to make it look a bit more convincing. We are my version of a Bren Gun Carrier. It's tiny. There's £6 somewhere. Such big hands I might break it. Anyway, if you like the video, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. Cheers.